At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Good morning and welcome to this October the 15th edition of the ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank, the best bank in the South, renaissancebank.com. Remember, ICC students, go by and check out their website there, renaissancebank.com, to find out more about all their outstanding student checking options there as well. And also, don't forget, they got a great website as well, renaissancenation.com, where you can go and see a lot of interesting videos and learn more about the best bank in the South, renaissancebank.com. Well, we've got a full show coming your way today as we'll talk with Dr. Jay Allen about things going on at the college today. We're about halfway through the school year, so we'll catch up with his thoughts on the school year, talk about some of the Hallbrook Awards that the athletic department was able to achieve there on the academic side, and we'll also talk about a honors college partnership with Southern Miss a little bit later on in the show as well. We'll also talk to Dr. Dana Nail, who was selected to the Daily Journal's Top 40 Under 40, and kind of get her take on what that honor means to her, and look back at her career here at ICC as well as her student, and just find out a little bit more about Dana today as well. And then, of course, we'll wrap up the show by taking a sneak peek, look back at some of the things that went on athletically for the ICC sports programs here, especially the women's soccer team, who picked up a big win last week at East Central to help secure that number 2 spot in postseason play and ensure they'll host the opening round of the playoffs a little bit later on this month. And we'll also have 2 players named to the MACJC Players of the Week on the women's soccer side of things, so we'll talk to them as well. Now, I was telling you we're going to talk to Dr. Jay Allen, and part of that interview is going to be talking about the agreement for honors college students here at ICC. And if you allow me, I'll kind of just hit the high points of a release that was sent out by both Southern Miss and ICC about this. ICC and Southern Miss have signed a memorandum of understanding between the honor colleges for both institutions. This was back on September the 23rd in Hattiesburg. The agreement will provide honor students at ICC a seamless pathway to the honors college at USM when they transfer. Now, students must be in good standing for ICC's Honor College, carry a cumulative GPA of 3.4 or higher, and submit a letter certifying they are a member of the ICC Honors College and have graduated from that. Now, when seeking admission to USM, students must follow standard admissions procedures and submit a USM Honors College Keystone application for transfer students. The ICC Honors College provides qualifying ICC student with leadership skills development, closer interactions with faculty, small class sizes, and connections to scholarships and intern opportunities. The USM Honors College fosters a deep communal engagement with ideas and an atmosphere of personal connection and achievement by providing students with small classes, opportunity for active learning, and research experience. So last week, I had a chance to catch up with Dr. Allen to talk about that agreement with Southern Miss and more. So let's go to that interview now here on the ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank. Well, Dr. Allen, we were just talking about the new Honors College agreement with Southern Miss. Yes. So just tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, Adam, it's a great opportunity to sign an agreement with our university partners. That's just always a great opportunity. This one was pretty unique in the sense that it's focusing in on our honors college students, having a seamless pathway of transfer straight into the Honors College at the University of Southern Mississippi. They call it their Honors Keystone Program. It's made for transfer students in that sense. And so it really provides our students with this seamless pathway of being able to complete their honors program work here at ICC and know that they have an automatic guaranteed path at the University of Southern Mississippi. We've had the chance to do that already with Mississippi State University's Shackles Honors College.
Nice.
We will also be doing that coming up very soon, next week with the Mississippi University for Women. So we're excited about that as well. I enjoy getting to visit with Dr. Bennett and his staff in the Honors College and really going through what our students' opportunities would be in the future there as well.
All right, so why are agreements like this or these partnerships with these colleges important?
Well, students, when they decide to enroll at a community college, and a community college like ICC especially, it helps if they know that there's a clear path. And sometimes that's been one of the problems, I think, for students when they're choosing which college to attend. They think, well, if I attend a community college, everything may not transfer. Well, that's just the opposite. Everything's going to transfer. We have articulations agreements set up. Everything's in place. Now, granted, if you take 3 accounting courses and your major's chemistry, they may not all go towards your degree, but they will all transfer.
Right.
And so that's the reality of it. I'm a graduate of community college in Mississippi. All of my courses transferred. I was able to use everything but probably one course towards my degree, and that's only because I didn't need 2 English Lits for my degree program. And so that, everything's going to go. It's just, will it all follow into that degree? So this really sets up a path where they go, I know that if I come to ICC and I'm in the honors program, our honors college now is what we've named it. I'm in the honors college. I then transfer on. I know I've got a direct path. Everything's going to go, and I'm automatically going to be accepted as long as I've met all the criteria as I've moved through the honors college at ICC.
Of course, we previously talked about those criteria, but let's expand a little bit. The honors college PTK program, all those programs here at ICC. I don't know. We just finished up our PTK series on the show, but I don't know that people really realize that if you put your best foot forward and make the grades, just what's waiting for you through the honors program and PTK.
PTK is a great way to give our students the opportunity to excel outside of the classroom as well as in the classroom, because it's based first on the fact that you've excelled in the classroom. Well, once you've done that and you've proven yourself, then we get you involved in Phi Theta Kappa, and it's a way to really get into some leadership opportunities, some service opportunities, and continue to grow your resume, but also grow your set of experiences. And I love it because it marries academic performance as well as personal leadership development and service. And I think that's a wonderful opportunity for our college students. Some of them fall in love with a career field that they weren't even thinking about because of their work with something like Phi Theta Kappa outside of the classroom. So I'm excited about that. And if you think about it, when they transfer, they can have tuition and in some cases even more. And maybe larger scholarships than they would have even gotten as a freshman at that university. They're hungry for our transfer students, especially those that have proven themselves like Phi Theta Kappa members.
And the students that I talked to, they were talking about the scholarships they have now here at ICC.
Yes.
And those were impressive numbers on this level, so you can only imagine the type of numbers you can get on the senior college level.
No doubt. And if you excel in Phi Theta Kappa, there's a number of scholarship opportunities within that organization that you can apply for and be awarded, and that will follow you then to the university on top of the Phi Theta Kappa scholarships at the university.
Well, let's keep things rolling on the academic side, but take a look at it athletically. We got the Halbrook Improvement Award, and a couple of student athletes also were recognized part of that as well. So just academically, you get it done PTK, and now also get it done with our student athletes.
I talk a lot about student success. We want our students to be successful in everything they do, on and off the field, courts, diamonds, on the stages, in the band hall, but also in the classroom. We want it everywhere. Well, this is a perfect marriage of those items where the Halbrook family has set aside money every year that awards both to the universities and the community colleges in 2 different categories, private colleges as well, where they look for improvement in student success as student athletes. And so we received that award this year. We have about a little over a 98% graduation completion rate for our student athletes. And what I'm excited about there is it gives us a chance to be recognized for moving our students from a point of coming in perhaps not as prepared as we would like them to be for college, but we get them all the way to graduation and completion, transfer on, and that success is wonderful. We had 2 students that did receive individual awards. It's always neat, too, to be able to single them out. One in soccer and then one in softball. I think it was Jake Kirkpatrick of Amory was our men's, and then it was Samantha Conley of Mandeville, Louisiana for softball. So excited that we got to also celebrate those students' success as well.
And the success in the classroom, it tends to show success on the field and as well. Shows why we had 8 of our 10 teams make the playoffs last year. 4 of them make national tournament as well. So just talk about that correlation.
I've been doing my Powerade visits with a couple of our spring sports that are coming up here this week, and I always tell them you're a student athlete, which means you're a student first. So no matter no matter how you perform and what you're able to do on that field or court or diamond, if you're not performing in the classroom, then you're not going to be back as a student.
Correct.
And so therefore you're not going to be a student athlete anymore. So it starts first in the classroom. I challenge our coaches to make them better players, better students, and better individuals. And if we're doing those things, I think it's going to work out.
Yeah.
We, of course, want to throw in a bunch of wins in the middle of all of that, but I think that will come. And so like you said, last year, 8 out of 10 in postseason play, that's exactly what we're looking for. And it's exciting to think that we're able to really promote that student success. And we've invested a lot of our resources and time into academic success and helping students outside of the classroom prepare and really shore up their study skills and the like to make sure they're ready to perform in the classroom.
There's a knock on athletics sometimes on this level where people say, junior colleges shouldn't have athletics.
Right.
But athletics opens the door for kids
Absolutely.
that may not even take a chance of going to college because they may not have that confidence saying, hey, it's college, I'm kind of intimidating.
Right.
But it does, and I've seen it time and time again, my 9-10 years here at ICC, just how these kids have come in and not only been a success here athletically, but then their athletic career stops at ICC, but they goes on, and that helps improve their life, and sometimes changes their entire I don't know how to say this, stream of how the family has normally gone.
It changes kind of the path.
Yeah.
And you think about it, what we hope people find is a career, not just a job.
Right.
You can go get a job tomorrow, but can you really find a career and something that's going to really sustain you for life? And that's what we're looking for with our students, and we're giving them an opportunity. And you think about it, some of our students didn't qualify to high school to play at the Division I level with NCAA. So they begin to think, well, what can I do? So they come to the community college. We're glad to have them. We're prepared to help them be successful. We move them through both their athletic experience as well as their academic experience, preparing them to be able to transfer if that's their plan. Or in some cases, to put them then in the work world as soon as they graduate with us or shortly thereafter, maybe coming back one more year to finish up a technical program. But the exciting thing is that we are so successful at taking student athletes from where they come to us, where they are, and getting them to that next level. And that's exciting. It's neat to think about how many students transfer at Christmas in football alone to go on to the next level of play. They have to graduate in many cases because they didn't qualify out of high school. So that helps us direct their focus to the academics because that's their way to get to the next level.
And I didn't talking about this beforehand, so I'm going to throw you a total curveball here. All right, so we're entering the midway point of the first semester. How's it gone so far, and some of your highlights of the first half of the year?
I think it's been a great fall semester. It's exciting to see some really neat student activities going on and seeing our student involvement in that. I was looking at a picture just yesterday of the freshman run at the first home football game, and how excited those students were, and just the fun they were having and becoming a part of our collegiate life here on campus. But I also think about our fall sports and the success they've had. I look forward to our students continuing to grow and develop as we complete this fall sports season, but also to see our spring sports beginning to ramp up. It's a challenging life for a student athlete in the community college world. There's a lot of time they have to commit to that sport, but at the same time, they're also having to commit to the collegiate study environment.
Yeah.
And balance the time constraints that are required on them. So it's neat to see them be successful. I think our faculty and staff have had a great fall semester as well. We've already got some great things that are moving forward as we look into next year, which is weird to think about. We're already looking into next year, but we have planning cycles that we're working on right now to build programs and services for next fall, and so we're excited about that.
And later on in the show today, we're going to talk to Dana Nail, who was named to the top 40 under 40.
Yes.
Just it's kind of an echo. I know it's for Dana, but we've got a lot of outstanding people in the college that are deserving of that award.
Well, it's exciting when we have people outside of our institution recognize our faculty and staff for their success, their performance, and their leadership at our institution. I may be wrong, but I think you may be top 40 under 40 as well. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So, it's exciting to see that, and congratulations on that, Adam. And I'm excited for you and Adana. And what's really great is to also then be able to showcase our people in our community, and I think that's a wonderful thing. Typically, the college has one or two persons that might be recognized at that level in some other city and statewide awards, and we're excited about that. I plan on being at the luncheon, so I look forward to celebrating y'all's success there.
Well, Dr. Allen, anything else you'd like to add before we head into a break?
Well, we're always focused on getting better. A little better every day is what I tell our faculty and staff and our students. We want to get a little better day personally and professionally and as students. And I think we're proving that we're doing that every day. Things are starting to happen. We're seeing sometimes small increases, sometimes large increases. I'm still excited about the fact that we're number 1 community college in Mississippi, number 25th community college in the country. It's so great to be recognized for that, and I want us to get better every day and to continue to focus on student success.
Well, we've been talking with Dr. Allen on today's ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank. We'll take a break and be back with more of the show right after this.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do, and we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni, all at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza.
At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here. And welcome back to the ICC Hour as presented by Renaissance Bank, the best bank in the South, renaissancebank.com. And now we're going to talk to Adana Nail, Dr. Adana Nail.
Yes.
A big honor for you, Adana. You're named to the Daily Journal Top 40 Under 40.
I am.
So I know that's a big honor for you there. So just kind of talk about that honor for a moment.
Okay, well, I mean, it's definitely an honor. I was very pleasantly surprised, was not expecting the nomination. Had a couple of days to turn in the application form once I was nominated, and then was even more floored when I received the email that I was selected as one of the top 40. So really, truly, completely humbled and honored to receive that. Was unexpected, but really humbling.
For those that may not be familiar with what the award is, it's the top 40 under 40. So I'm also one of those people.
Yes, I was about to point that out.
Thank you very much. I tell everybody I'm happy that they believe I'm under 40. So, but it's for the top 40 influential people in Northeast Mississippi. And as a teacher, you kind of represent the entire faculty, because everybody here at the college, we have amazing faculty and staff.
Absolutely.
And just sort of talk about that as a teacher. I know I've had classes under you, and I've thoroughly enjoyed those. But you make those connections that make basically building the platform for those kids going forward to be successful, not only in college but in life as well. So just talk about how how that feels to you, knowing that you're playing that pivotal role for these students.
Well, and I kind of go back to I think about myself as a college student, and I definitely had those instructors at every level of education that were pivotal, the word that you used, in my education, in my selection of majors and courses I took when I was deciding to go to grad school. I mean, there was so many instructors that I could specifically name, from each institution, from high school, that I greatly valued and that really took time with me and helped me in my decision making. And so I guess now, and it's, you don't think about yourself in that role
right
at this moment, but I mean, I guess I am, and I hope that I'm giving that type of advice and information over to students who come to me and ask me questions, and I hope that I can be that pivotal role for them as they make decisions about majors and classes to take and schools to go to, and you hope to guide them in the right direction, and ultimately they have to make that choice that they think fits them the best.
Well, not say this because you're sitting here, but I have had students that come to me, or student athletes, and be like, hey, I've got to take this class, who do you suggest? And I automatically go to you in those classes that you do teach, and I've had actually 2 or 3 come back and say thank you for telling me about Miss Dr. Nail. And I'm gonna call you Doctor. I know you're gonna tell me to call you Dana, but you've worked hard to earn that title. So, but yes, that is shows that you do that, and that's one thing we're blessed to here at ICC is all of our teachers, all of our staff, everybody here at the college understands that role that they're playing for the students. So talk about just I guess the faculty as a whole.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the faculty as a whole, I think we know that this is, first, we know it's our calling. This is why we're here. We've all, could sit here and say the exact same thing I did, that we had people who were influential in our lives, and that's what we're giving back to them. As a whole, as a college, you can see that from every aspect, from so many that are involved in so many different student organizations, student groups, and mentors and advising, and and even those that are not faculty that work in those positions like advising, for example, that are really connecting students to faculty, more of that one-on-one instruction or guidance, I guess I should say, more so than instruction, those relationships that we build with those teachers, and ICC faculty does an amazing job of building those relationships, of getting to know their students, supporting their students. We all love to go to the basketball games and the football games and whatever else to see those that we have in class. I guess to some degree I kind of feel like they're mine a little bit, when I see that some of them did really good, I'm like, oh yeah, I have them in class, not that it had anything to do with the tennis tournament they won or the whatever, but I'm like, oh yeah, he's mine, or she's mine, or whoever. So you do try to take, I guess, to some degree, some ownership or value in their successes, and it's just those relationships that we build.
And that's one thing that everybody that comes through student-wise always talks about, the vibe of the college. It does have that family feel, and I think that does reflect through in the fact that a student will see you in a classroom, then all of a sudden turn around and see you in the stands supporting them as well. So they do have that family vibe there. Okay, so tell us, what do you teach here at the college? You're also a division chair as well? Okay.
I am.
So tell us more about that.
Okay, I teach. I've been here, I guess, since 2005. Doesn't seem like it could possibly be that long, but it's flown by. I teach primarily economics. I also teach some other business courses. I have currently teach intro to business communications. I have taught business law in the past.
Great business law teacher, by the
Absolutely.
way. I had that class.
But right now I'm currently teaching primarily econ, intro to business, and business communications. I am division chair for the business administration division, so that just kind of another, I guess, role that I take in this division.
Explain to everybody, what does it mean to be a division chair?
Okay. We're just kind of sort of, I guess the I don't know if you want to call it liaison or the sort of administrative role to some degree for that division. We handle anything from, personnel issues, student grievances, or student problems, issues, whatever the case may be. We make, we of course have to determine schedules for our division as a whole for each semester. Set and control the budget for your division. Of course, we serve on a host of committees that apply to the college, anywhere from planning and assessment to I'm going blank on some of these committees. But multiple committees that kind of help keep the college running as a whole, but have to have lots of input from every different section of the college. And so all of us being from different divisions can kind of have input in those particular areas.
So you're kind of the voice for that division.
For business administration, right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just talk about, you mentioned some of the people that were influential on you coming up, and I don't want to put you on the spot.
No, that's okay.
But talk about some of those people and maybe some of those moments that they were able to help you become the success you are today.
Okay. I don't know if I should start from the bottom and go up.
You can start wherever you want to go.
I had a couple of teachers if you wanted to go back to high school, there were a few teachers that were very, they took a lot of time. They were very supportive. Most of my science classes I took under Bonnie Stowers at ICC, Saltillo High School. And she was very supportive, always very, very nice, very complimentary, but challenged you too. I mean, we took chemistry and physics and this type of stuff under her, but learned so much. Now, I've probably forgotten a lot, sorry, Bonnie, than what I learned at that moment, because I don't use it every day, but since that's not my primary field. But still, just the relationships that I have with her. Also, Miss Julia Ratliff at Saltillo was the same type of mentor. At ICC, Susan Loden was my economics teacher, and when I started at ICC, my major was actually not business, was not economics. I was a computer engineering major, and I quickly found out that was not for me. I love the mathematics, and the idea of it appealed to me very much, and I realized very quickly that computer programming is not my language of choice in any of them, any language.
And the funny thing about that is, similar situation with me. I went to Mississippi State. I was going in criminology. Go be Batman. I don't know, but you see, I'm far from that in what I went into. So that's the cool thing about college is, there are those people that do say, hey, check this out. So, but sorry for interrupting.
No, that's fine. So after a year, I realized that I was not going to be a computer engineer, and that was okay. I kind of selected business as a default because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I felt like it was fairly general enough that if I decided to do something else, I could. But I took econ, and I'm one of the weird ones that loved it. I mean, it was sort of like a puzzle. It made sense, and it sort of clicked with me, and I was like, I really like this. So I stuck with business, and then at Mississippi State, my concentration was in economics. Dr. Megan Millay at Mississippi State was phenomenal. I mean, to be at a university with so many students was phenomenal in her instruction. She had so many techniques that really, really helped me. She would meet us on certain days after, for supper. We would all meet at a local restaurant, and we would just study. And if we had questions, she would answer those questions, and we would all get something to eat. And she would work with us as we worked through, some of that information. And she answered a lot of my questions going into when I was trying to decide on my master's degree and whether or not I was going to pursue that. And she was very influential. Kind of gave me some insight into what I would be doing with a master's in economics, and I remember so much about her classes and just the passion that she had and how she implemented so much with current events, and that of course I had her in class when when 9/11 happened. And I mean, I vividly remember her lectures for weeks after that, you know, what she talked about. And so a lot of what she did and used, I try to implement in my courses as well. So she was very influential.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women in the communities they influence every day.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
The Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that!
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this.
Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough.
What would she say if she saw you eating this big scoop cookie dough blast?
I don't know. Why ask her?
Don't tell your father.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
Hurry in and scoop up our new cookie dough treats. Try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. Now let's continue our conversation with Dr. Adana Nail, who is talking about her time here at ICC. Adana, as we mentioned before, was selected to the top 40 under 40 by the Daily Journal. So let's go back to that interview now, this interview being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. And I know you also have coworkers now. We share a great mutual friend. And,
Absolutely.
And Jessie, I always call her Jessie P. Everybody looks at me funny. That's what she and I grew up together, so that's what I know Jessie as. But Jessie Stevenson and other people like that. Talk about the people here at the college that also play a pivotal role in you and basically you all kind of banding together and staying sane, for lack of better words.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to kind of have those coworkers to, you know, to occasionally vent to. Not that I don't have the perfect job ever, but, you know, we all have our days where it's just you've had a lot going on, too much to handle, and you've got to have that that person.
It's kind of like I tell everybody, you know, they're like, how do you, every day's a new day. I'm not saying every day's a good day, but every day's a new day. So.
Right. And so, you know, I mean, and Jessie and I are extremely close, and her and her husband Chris and I, of course, co-sponsor the Travel Tribe, and have been very close since we both started here. We're very much the same type of person, and so we started about the same time and have been close. And I'm very fortunate to have lots of close colleagues, even outside of my division, which I think is great, because you then have that other, you know, people with kind of a different mindset, maybe a different thought process. They sort of approach things differently. You know, I tend to be very, very structured and very logical and that type of stuff. And it's sometimes good to have an opinion or bounce things off of people who are maybe more
just kind of see life through different eyes.
Interpretive, and they can, you know, think about things differently than I do. And I love that I have colleagues from so many different walks of life, different divisions, different expertise that I can communicate with so freely and easily, and it's extremely beneficial. I can't imagine working somewhere where I was just sort of on my own or stuck in a box and didn't have anywhere to turn or go to.
Yeah,
So.
and I echo that as well. That's one of my favorite things about working at ICC is the fact that we see each other. We're going to speak. How's everything going? We talked for 5-10 minutes before we even started the interview today, so just catching up. But everybody's that way, and it goes back to that family feeling here at ICC.
Absolutely.
So one question I always ask everybody, and you can take a moment to think about it if you want to, is what does ICC mean to you? You went to school here. You now teach here. So what does ICC mean to you?
That's a loaded question. ICC was a defining part of my life. Graduating from high school, you're 18 years old. You don't really know for sure what life holds. You don't know, you think you know your plans, or I thought I knew my plans, but that changed. And a part of me was like, I could only see the big picture for a little while, and it was university. Great, what my ultimate, the university I planned to go to, and so much more. I got out of ICC so much more, I guess, than I ever thought I would as a naive, 17, 18-year-old high school graduate. I just, I didn't know how important it was going to be, and I absolutely cannot imagine not having this experience here. So much that I gained just through the basic, introduction to college life, just the whole introduction to that atmosphere. I got the opportunity to travel, which is, we've talked about before, why we now have the Travel Tribe is because of those experiences we got with ICC. Never would I've ever been able to go to London and Ireland with a course, trip had I not had that experience here. Definitely opened my eyes up to education in a different way. Through, of course, the close relationships with instructors and with other students allowed me to be more prepared for that university setting when I did eventually move on. ICC to me today, it really is family. It's, if you ever, not that I think about moving anywhere by any means, but if I were to go there, like I can't imagine. I just can't imagine not having, or having anything better, I guess is the better way to put it. Not that there aren't other great places to work, but I just can't imagine it being better than what I have here with the family atmosphere and the coworkers and the relationships that I have.
All right, I'm going to open up one final time. Any thank yous or appreciations you want to send out for people that might be watching or listening that did influence you and help you become one of the top 40 under 40 here?
Absolutely, yeah. I would forget if I could call out everybody. I would forget. But the teachers that I've mentioned recently, and there are others by all means that I have failed to mention. So many instructors that have spent time educating me, giving me advice, listening to me, whatever the case may be. My husband, my family are massive supporters. He's one of the ones that really pushed me towards my doctorate more so than myself. Not that I've always felt like I've been a fairly driven person, and I don't like to sit still. I want to do the next thing, but at that moment in my life with children and work and family, part of me was, is this the right move? And he was very supportive and very adamant that if that's what I want to do, go do it. He's always been my biggest fan. So definitely my husband and my family and his family, always supportive, take care of kids when you have something you have to do, or coming to events and things like that. My coworkers who have been phenomenally supportive through this process. Jesse's the one that nominated me for Top 40 Under 40, and I was not expecting it, and I appreciate her so much for that, and I appreciate all the congratulations and the support that's just through this family that I work with.
She's good about letting people know, because I'm a humble guy, and I'm appreciative of the award as well, and I'm just like, we can let, and then of course she posts it on Facebook, and it blows up. So
you have those supporters out there that you don't, like you said, you're not going to go out and run and scream it from the rooftops, but it's so nice to have those people that are willing to do that for you. And that love you and, you know, support you. And that's the thing is there's so many deserving people of this and so much more. And then, you know, that makes me realize, like, you know, there's people that are out there that are my fans, and I want to be the fans for other people too, because they're phenomenal people here and all over that do great jobs.
Absolutely. And somebody sent me an email, you did something, obviously. Well, Dana, thank you so much for your time. I know, of course, this is on Tuesday. It's been pre-recorded, so we'll be at that luncheon right now. So, again, congratulations.
You too, very much.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
And thank you for being such an awesome person here at ICC and making ICC a special place.
Thank you, you too.
And we'll be back more of the ICC Hour right after this on Super Talk Mississippi.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula.
Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion, or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or online davisfordsales.com.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni, all at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza. At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here. And welcome back to the ICC Hour. As we're starting to wrap up the show here, we're going to take a look back at some of the highlights from last week's sports. And one of those we talked about was a big opportunity for ICC, as they had 2 players named to the MACJC Players of the Week. And one of them was Ashley Stevens, who was named the Women's Soccer Player of the Week for her performance. She had that big game-winning goal when ICC upset number 17 Holmes to move into a tie for first place in the North. And then Anna Wesley Driscoll, man, she's had an outstanding season, and for the 4th time this year has been named MACJC Keeper of the Week on the women's side of things. We talked to those 2 student athletes and Coach David Strother about those awards. All right, Ashley, named MACJC Player of the Week. Just talk about that honor.
It was a big honor, but I couldn't do it with my team because they push me every day, and I have an awesome coach that helps me just as well, and we work so hard just as a team in general.
All right, Anna Wesley, getting your 4th MACJC Keeper of the Week honor. Just talk about this honor for you this season.
It's a huge honor, but again, I honestly wouldn't be here without my whole team. My back line just helped me out, and them staying organized throughout the game and just always being supportive.
Well, David swept this week's MACJC Players of the Week with Ashley and Anna. Just talk about this honors.
Just a great honor for them individually. They worked so hard this past week. Ashley scored some really big goals for us, gave us a 3-2 win on Tuesday, and then scored 2 goals again on Friday. I think that's something that goes unrecognized for her is just her work rate off the ball. Like her tenacity and what we expect from our forwards to defend really creates a lot of offensive chances for her and her teammates. So it's just a great testament to how hard she's been working all the way through the season. And of course with Wes, everything she's been doing all season long, we jokingly say, is it really a week in the MACJC if Wes isn't getting the award? But we know it's competitive, and we know other goalkeepers are very qualified in our league, but Wes is earning some really, really good minutes in some really big games, and all the accolades that are coming her way, both currently and then also probably what can come her way at the end of this season with some state honors and maybe even some region honors and national honors. We're excited for her, and we're excited about continuing just watching these 2 players grow along with the rest of our team.
Well, also on Tuesday, the Lady Indians picked up a hard-fought victory over East Central. It was a 1-0 decision in double overtime. The win helped lock up second place for the Lady Indians and ensured they will host the opening round of the playoffs later on this month. So we had a chance to talk with Hallie Moore, who had the game-winning golden goal with 1 minute and 18 seconds left in double overtime, and also Coach David Strother about the win.
All right, Hallie, you had the game-winning goal for us today. Just take us through that final goal.
Well, it was a hard-fought game all the way through, and I know we just really wanted to win, and I really wanted to score, and so Lexi went up to take the corner and played a good ball in, and I just headed it back in the goal, and it hit the post and went in.
Just talk about that feeling of celebrating with your teammates, knowing that you helped extend that win streak to 11 and secure the number 2 spot into the playoffs.
Like I said, we just really wanted to keep our win streak going, and we wanted to get more shutouts and keep breaking our records, and so we just fought really hard the whole game, and once we scored, we just celebrated, and it was a good feeling, and we're just going to keep it going.
All right, David, a scrappy game today with your girls. That never say die attitude, able to find that header late to get the golden goal for the win in double overtime.
Yeah, it's an exciting game. MACJC game. It's that type of level now, and every single MACJC opponent that you're going to see is going to be a competitive game. So all credit to East Central. They were organized, they were disciplined in their defending. They certainly had a concept of what they wanted to do to give us fits, and they did that. They did that for over 90 minutes. They did it all the way up until under a minute to go in overtime, and off of that, they even created some of the chances that maybe could have had the game go either way. So we're excited about the win. It's now I think 11 in a row for us, which is absolutely amazing to see the resiliency of this team, and so to know that we have a great contest again coming again on Friday against Northwest. We'll just take tomorrow to regenerate and rest our bodies and start getting ready for Northwest for Friday.
All right, talk about locking up that number 2 spot in the playoffs. Take a little bit of stress off of you heading into that Northwest game.
Yeah, I don't think it takes anything off of us, to be honest with you. I think the players are now starting to put their own stipulations and their expectations into the season, and so now that we're getting into locking in the second round or a second place finish, it guarantees us at least a quarterfinal match, and I think they still want to strive for more. And so if we get to host, fantastic, but if we get to host, then whoever our opponent is, we're going to give them our best shot to make it to the semifinals, and we're looking to advance as far as we can. It's a very special group that we have going on right now.
Yeah, I got Keyshawn right here. Everybody's excited down here on the field after 41-7 victory tonight. Keyshawn, tell us what it's like to be out there tonight. As a sophomore, knowing this is a good chance of being your last football game here on Eaton Field. Come out, play the way y'all do.
It being sophomore night, we had to come out here and please the fans like always. I know we had to start out real bumpy, but for us to come out here, get a 4-7 win on sophomore night, feel good. Everybody here excited. Good time to turn up now. Keep going.
We talked to Coach Cannon a few minutes ago. We talked about how you guys are playing the best football in the right time of the year. Is that something you agree with?
And so we put our foot down, have to realize win or lose. We came out here and won, so we keep going from here.
All right, so what do you think you need to do down the course the next couple of weeks? You win next week at Southwest, you beat Northwest in a couple of weeks, we'll be looking at being in the playoffs.
So we got to go to practice, focus on it. It's hard. We can do it. We just got to work for it and get done.
How do you embrace being kind of a leader of our defense?
Coach Kenny giving me it feel good, baby. Lead guys behind me, for them to follow me. I'm doing something right, and I want to keep doing it. It feels great to be in this position as a leader.
Enjoy this one tonight. Get ready. Let's go get another one next week. Appreciate it. Clark, we got you here sophomore night, big 41-7 win over Delta to kind of keep the playoff hopes alive. What's it feel like to go out on top on sophomore night here at home?
It feels good. It's our last home game as sophomores. It always feels good to come out with a win, especially in the North that we really need. And so we came out hot, played good, and we were able to get a big W tonight.
Y'all came out very determined offensively. There was no doubt about that. Pretty much whatever you wanted to do from the offensive side of things, you were able to do. What all went into that?
We had a really good week of preparing. We watched a lot of film. We knew what they were going to do when they gave us certain looks, and we knew what plays could take advantage of what. And so the O-line blocked great. We ran the ball. We threw the ball. Everything just came together as offense after that.
We saw you let loose with your legs a little bit out there tonight. That was something we kind of made fun of up there. We didn't make fun of you, but we had fun with talking about how you waited till the season was over to show us that you could have a little offensive success with those legs.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to get Coach Cook to let me run a little bit more. So he gets kind of upset I don't slide sometimes. But no, I told him if I need to run anytime I need to make them respect that part of the offense, I can do it and hurt them that way. So that helps just the whole offensive scheme.
Congrats on the win tonight. We'll see you next Thursday night Southwest.
Appreciate it.
As altogether 41-7 victory for your guys tonight. You know, a lot of coaches talk about it's difficult to get a team prepared for homecoming. It's difficult to get a team prepared for sophomore night. Coach, you done it 2 weeks in a row.
Yep. The kids did a good job tonight, and I thought we come out and big played them early, and then we give up the one play there that we had, but I thought our kids found a way to battle back there and come out with a good one. It is a good win, especially getting a little redemption that we had from last year against these guys.
I think you're spot on what you said there, specifically offensively. It looked like early on you and Coach Cook were really able to do pretty much whatever you needed to do from the offensive side of football.
Yeah, I kind of questioned it there. I was like, are they even playing with a free safety? We threw it down the middle on them all night long, they're real solid in the kicking game. And Ape's a good player. I tried to tell him that all week. He made some plays against us, but we stood up when we needed to. We got some good stops, but I'm proud of getting the W for sure.
Absolutely. It looked like you played very well on the secondary on the back end. It looked like the key really was to get pressure up front defensively as y'all pinned those ears back and came after them all night long.
Yeah, going in, we knew if the score was close that we had to stop the running game because that was kind of what they hung their hat on. And eventually we got up a little bit with points and kind of got them into having to go to 4 receiver sets. So then we could pin our ears back and go get the quarterback. And they made some plays still, but I thought our guys affected the quarterback. Pretty much that whole second half.
A very rough count upstairs. We had you with about 575 yards of offense, but the play by your young guys down the stretch, that's got to be something that makes you smile thinking about next year a little bit.
Yeah, it just proves if you work hard in practice and you do the right things, good things going to happen to you. With RJ there, and you saw we got the celebration penalty, but that's how well liked that kid is. Just about the whole half of the team run down there to congratulate him. And so when those kids, when you see them having fruits of their labor, when they're able to get paid off with plays like that, it's always good to see as a coach for sure.
Everybody wants their team to play the best during the second half, down late in the season, really. Improve from week to week. It looks like the club is definitely doing that.
Yeah, I think we have. Maybe we figured out how to have fun. I don't know, But, I think the kids have figured out that these are hard games. I think early in the year we just really didn't understand how hard these were going to be week in and week out. And I think now they've kind of figured out this is hard. These are hard to come by. And when you get one, you definitely get to savor it.
Congrats on the win tonight, Coach. We'll see you next Thursday night on the road to Southwest.
All right, appreciate it.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.